Hi guys, just a little video about electric skateboards. Purely making this video, it's a great fun to ride. I've done a lot of research before I bought one. I'm admiring, but actually they're fantastic. If you love being in the fresh air, out in nature, on an eco-friendly kind of vehicle, these are great fun. So yeah, just walking through this one. Obviously one of the decisions I was making was between kind of store-bought ones and DIY. So I like building things. This is a DIY one, and I actually bought it kind of pre-built, and it had like a motor error, so a faulty motor, so I replaced that. So yeah, I was looking at them. They range from, you know, £200-300, or you know, dollars, $300-400, up to over 1,000, sometimes 2,000, depending on the setup. So I set a criteria when I was looking to buy. I didn't want to spend too much because I wanted to see if I liked the hobby first. I also like things customizable and reliable as well. So out of my research, I think it was kind of a consensus then that DIY route, you generally get better value and better quality components, and you can obviously upgrade and things like that. Obviously VESC is sometimes too many options, and maybe, I don't know, potentially a different build or something like that. Overall I found it pretty simple though, so I kind of went in the middle and bought one that needed a bit of work. You know, DIY ones can get up to quite expensive prices as well, but I generally believe you get a better spec at the end. So yeah, basically just running through this one. It's a single motor, 6355, look that up. It's a decent torquey motor with a good top speed. You can get a dual motor as well if you want a bit more kind of torque up hills. To be honest, this one really does work uphill very well. Not sure I'd actually want the second motor, or even 6374 motors, either single or dual version of that. Yeah, I think it's looking overkill at the moment, and what is already quite a fast beast, to be honest. So, you know, I'd probably not want to upgrade this for a long time, if at all. So yeah, obviously the other decisions, if you have kind of hub motors, or you know, which are quieter, less torquey, you want to go with a dual hub motor setup anyway. Well, normally the ones on the market anyway, versus obviously the third option with motors is direct drive, which have kind of best of both but a bit more expensive. Other details to consider would be simply the fact of wheel choice. I think it's very important to have very good quality wheels. These are Orangatang wheels, and with hub motors you can't do that. You've got kind of lower urethane thickness, which makes the ride more bumpy. Some hub motors overheat, particularly kind of the cheaper ones. So yeah, I went for obviously this kind of outrunner motor, belt drive. Get more torque out of them anyway, a bit simpler to set up, and more options, and you can have the wheels of your choice as well. They run a bit louder than the kind of hub motors and the direct drive, but it's actually quite a nice sound, to be honest. So let's just kind of dive quick into details. This is I think it's a 39-inch downhill longboard with a custom grip tape design. It's got, if you look underneath, it has caliber 2 trucks, which are really popular on these things. As you can see, it's got a kind of a high quality motor mount, which is adjustable. I'll do a few different angles in a minute. And all these parts are from eSkate Europe, or eSkating Europe, based in Italy. So it's a usual kind of DIY setup, really. You've got a battery gauge there, level, which you can actually set to different kind of, you know, voltage or percentage, things like that. Just screwed down, but there are other options to do it as well. There are special kind of I don't know, receiver kind of nuts and bolts that you can tidy up, and obviously you can get special grommets to put the wires through to make it fully waterproof, but I don't really find that I want to go out in the rain anyway with this thing, so this is fine for me. If you look at the motor setup, very simple pulley which you can tension. Very good kind of setup. To be honest, very good quality parts, machined and obviously 3D printed kind of gearing. Yeah, very well put together. They're quite simple as well. So apart from what you see here under that hood there, which I won't take off, basically I've got a 10S 2P battery, which is pretty good. I think that's quite a decent level. It gives about 25 miles an hour with this motor setup, which is, yeah, it's pretty good. It's about 36 volts, something like that. It's got a 40-volt charger, thereabouts. Yeah, and it's got a Bluetooth receiver and a Maytech 4.12 VESC. VESCs are pretty good. I know you can get fuckbox and things like that, and you know, even more expensive ones. But yeah, this really has done the job well. You program the VESCs with the software, and you're good to go there. Overall, I think this comes in at about £700. If you were to buy all the parts, I bought this one with a motor that needed replacing for around 160, spent 100 on the motor, and I actually fried the first VESC because I put it in the wrong mode when I was programming it. Put it on FOC mode, look that up. Generally the FOC mode is just a motor controller setting instead of BLDC. It's meant to be a bit smoother and kind of start up and a bit quieter, but I really find BLDC fine. I think it's great. It usually works better, the FOC, if you do want to use that with kind of dual controllers and higher rated components which are more expensive. So this has been absolutely fine. Controller here, very simple as well. It's got a Bluetooth receiver inside, battery management system and everything like that, which is attached to the battery. Takes about say 1 to 2 hours to fully charge. Goes around 13 miles, 25 miles an hour. Feels very quick, and these trucks are great for carving, and these Orangatang wheels are fantastic grip wise, so I'd probably definitely go for the option where you can put your custom wheels on. So that would either be direct drive, or obviously the other option would be you know, the belt driven motors. Very easy to set up, low maintenance, things like that. I've been running it for quite a few miles now. Does hills great, the braking's great as well, so that's great. So you can set all these up on the controller, the software. Set up how much power is delivered, and if you hold that down, all controllers are different. Some have battery levels and speed on them and everything. It's got basic readouts, which are great, and it does actually allow you to do 2 different speeds, I think 60% or 100%. And braking's done by putting it in the other direction. But one tip there, when you're going quick, be careful the brake. Just be very careful and put it on slowly. Don't rely too much on when you're going downhill. Try and go down not very steep hills, to be honest. It'll get up hills fine, but generally you don't want to get chucked off the board or end up stripping gears or things like that. Just be safe, really. They can be pretty dangerous, so just cruise around. Definitely wear a helmet, and they're really great fun. Overall, I can't think of anything else. I think they're pretty simple. You take them wherever you want, and I'll just have a little go, show you. Okay, so this the freewheel quite good actually. Freewheeling's meant to be a better on the direct drive and things like that, and the hub, but to be honest it does still roll. I haven't put any power on yet at all. So here's a quick gonna dive into the speed, try and get a bit of speed up. Here we go. So pretty done. So just one other point I would say is some people say that with a single motor, 6355 or 6374, doesn't matter, single motor setups, they have a bit of a problem when obviously he's driving one wheel, so the braking might be off to one side. Personally, or the acceleration, personally really doesn't seem a big deal. very easily, you know, you can very easily compensate with skill on the board, and I haven't really noticed much need to compensate, to be honest, either. Probably would get a bit more extreme with a 6374, because I think that's quite a big difference, a leap of kind of torque and things like that. Generally, top speed is affected by the voltage. So if you have a 12S 3P battery or something like that, don't really go for anything below 2P. I think 2P is pretty good. You don't want any kind of battery sag, and that's particularly present if you go for a higher drawing current motor, voltage motor. So yeah, on balance, I'd say 6355 with 10S 2P works really, really well. Done my research very well. Obviously, if you need greater hill climbing abilities or want to build an off-road board with more torque and things like that, or better range, then yeah, get a 10S 3P is probably a very good compromise. But yeah, 2P has been absolutely fine for me. So hope you enjoyed the video, and it's a great kind of fun sport to get into, really. So all the best and take care.